Yeah, definitely can't complain with the first ones there. Look at this. Sakic, Bork, Carey Price, Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, Patrick Waugh, Nathan McKinnon, Wayne Gretzky, Sidney Crosby, Ryan Smith, Robitaille, Blake, Leach, Hull, Doan, awesome card, Jeff Sanderson, and Tony Amonte. Yeah, very happy with those. Put those in some plastics, and yeah, it's a lot of excitement for me for just a couple packs there. This one, you got Giordano here now on Vegas Knights. Look at this. Like this alone, I'm picking this up. Pavel Datsyuk. Great job, Press-Teen. So far, so good. I know you got your pack filler in there, but do what you got to do, right? Pavel Datsyuk, love it. Okay. Oh, Yashin, okay. Again, right? Worthless card probably to a lot of people. I loved Yashin when I grew up. I thought he was maybe a lot better than he was. Got him in his CCCP. So for those who don't know, that's Russia. That's stands for what Russia used to be, I guess, before. But anyway, so who do we got here? We got Giordano. We got Yuri Curry, one of the absolute best players to ever play. Completely underrated nowadays. Like this guy achieved more than any player in the NHL will probably achieve right now. I mean, what, Ovechkin maybe, but even that, he'll never get the cups that Curry did. Look at this though, like 102 points. All right, 93 points and 78. And the Milan Devils, how do you like that? That's what happens after you win some cups. And then look at this, Kings, 60 and 73, 87 and 82. So overall though, look at that, his points, 1,200 points almost in 12 seasons. Do the math. That's a lot of points per season. I'm sure you can add that up pretty quick. Amazing. Love to see players get that many points. Anyway, super awesome to have that. Another Flame. Iginla grew up in St. Albert, right beside Edmonton here, too. Was always a huge fan of him. Hall of Fame. Well deserved, Mr. Iginla. That's a checklist one as well. So good. I don't never had this card. So it's nice to add that to the collection. Gaten Duchesne, know him from growing up, but not a fan. Cards. Yzerman, this one is a great card. One of the best players to ever play. Stephane Richer, very smart player, but Brendan Witt, you know what, he wasn't as bad as maybe his cards are worth, but again, throwaway card. Shane Churilla, it doesn't matter. Chris Tang, awesome. And Paul Coffey, there you go. Best defenseman of all time right there. Really, you are looking at the best defenseman in NHL history for a lot of reasons. But of course, it's up for debate. There's been some really good ones, but anybody that knows, he is definitely in the top few for sure. So, all right, not bad on that one. Let's see what else is in this one. Colton Parayko is my other one. Paul Stastny Masterpieces and Max Domi. I don't know. I'm mixed on Max Domi. I think he started the season amazing. This 21-22 season, then he got injured there. Oh, it helps if I cut the top off. I guess I just missed it here. Okay, let's slide these out and see what we got. Okay, Paul Stastny Masterpieces. We know that one was there. I actually don't have any of these cards, so I'm just checking them out even myself as I open it. Really a fan of that along the edge. It's yeah, feels great. It's actually a really nice card. I'd maybe like to collect some more of these just in players that I like better. Although Stastny is amazing. His dad, Peter Stastny, was I don't know, one of my favorite players. He was just incredible watching. Who else? Okay, Max Domi. Love the action shot. We got Victor Arvidsson mixed on him. Who is this here? I don't know. We'll see if he's getting the future on the deal. Matt Calvert, upper deck though, nice. Patrick Poulin, nice card. I like the design. Does not show up well, the name, except for when I put the ring light on it. Pretty good, but throwaway card pretty much. Glenn Murray, I'm so mixed on this guy. His cards are obviously worth absolutely nothing, but he was fun to watch, and I don't know. I don't think he was as good as maybe I thought he was when I was a kid. Bruins, Penguins, Kings, 29 goals was the most he scored in those listed, but so not bad. Millen, throwaway card for 100%. Wayne Gretzky, there we go. Love it. Huge fan of him, as everybody who watches hockey probably is, unless he played or lost against him. Throwaway card. By the way, Minnesota North Stars, though, for anybody that's into collecting stuff like that, like old Whalers or Quebec Nordiques, Minnesota North Stars, you can go way back if you want to other teams, like Atlanta teams and what have you. Who's this one? Blake Evans. Cool card, buddy. But throwaway card. One of the best. My favorite goalie, Dominic Hasek. I still remember some of the plays that he made. Like, they're still etched in my brain. So these cards are worth a lot to me. I have a bunch of them, a bunch of Hasek cards, but it's too bad they never went up in value based on production runs. I wonder how many people have them still, though, after all these years, after 30 years later. But Zemgus Girgenson's mixed reviews, not bad. Luke Robitaille, there's the hat-trick one again that I loved in the other one. So there we go. Now I got two just here. Ooh, a rookie card, Martin Samard. Flames, my God. Dun, dun, dun. All right, let's open up one more here. Oops. This one I picked up because it had the King here, Henrik Lundqvist, and then Luongo. So I thought, okay, cool. Let's see if, like, when they pack them, if it's more goalies in here or not. I was curious to see how they go about that. So Lundqvist, huge, great card. Jody Hall, not so much. Murray Craven, absolutely not. I love the look of this card. I don't know why. Like, this set, it's simple, but I don't know. I think that's just the way it should be. And I also like ones where, like, the last name is bigger, right? Because how many people, right? McDavid, not just Connor McDavid, you know? Like, the last name should always be, I think, pronounced on the cards. It just looks better. But most of them just do this, right? Like here, Penguins, Paul Coffey. Great card, love it. Sean Chambers. Cool, buddy, no neck. Awesome. Defenseman, I don't really remember Chambers too much from there. We got what? Matt Niskanen. Nice card. Again, last name's bigger. I like that. This one I'm mixed. I still like the look of what they did on here, but it's like you can't really see the name. You know what I mean? Like here you see M-A-T for the first name and S-K-A. Like you really, that jumps out. So if you didn't really know and you weren't really looking at it too close, you wouldn't know. So Phil Housley, keeping that one too. We'll score. But Tyler Seguin, kind of like cards like this too. I like the horizontal ones. Ray Bork, we got another Hall of Famer, one of my favorites, and Luongo. If he played, so I remember when the Florida Panthers became a team in the NHL, they were an expansion team. I still think of them as an expansion team. They're absolutely killing it this year. They're amazing, but I still see them as an expansion team. I'm getting old. But his stats, any of the younger collectors that are watching, are skewed because the Florida Panthers, imagine drafting the worst players in the NHL, putting them on a team and playing behind all of them for seasons. That's what happened with his stats. This guy's making 30, 40, 50 saves a night and still getting losses in the columns. So here, you got two here. You got Canucks, Vancouver, Van Florida. So two teams listed there. But you can see he's still in the win column at 436 at this point. Anyway, that's not what he finished with, and losses 350. So he's still way up there. But if you look at this, 25 wins, 33 losses. And look what he did. He still managed to get them winning. And if you ever look back at the teams that were there, and anybody that is, maybe you guys don't know, a lot of us know these inside and out. I've watched this or collected cards for so long, or track all these. Anyway, in my opinion, the save percentage is the only thing, dare I say it, somebody will argue that, but it's the best and only stat that I think matters. I mean, if you let in 6 goals in a game, you're terrible, right? But depending on how many shots you face, what the situations were, but I think anything above 92 is beyond superstar. 92 is basically superstar. Like nowadays, it's Vasilevsky and I don't know, some of the best goalies that are playing right now. Fleury, right? Like guys that are at 9-2 are amazing. So you can see here 9-3. So what that means too is that's 93%. So he saves 93% of the shots in the season, almost, well, pretty much a full season. Here's the thing too, games played, look at that. How many goalies now are playing 75 games, 72 games? Right? Like none. There's no goalies right now that are playing that many. Am I seeing that right? I thought that was 82 for a second there. 62 and 15, 16, which is still, that's a massive workload. But see, look, 92%, 92. The lowest he had was, 907 on there. So these are things, again, why collecting can be exciting too if you watch the sport and you're into it. Otherwise, right, if you don't know the players, you don't really care. All these stats don't really mean anything. The names don't mean anything, but very cool. Vancouver Canucks, Florida Panthers. He's one of the best goalies ever, so feel free to collect his cards, look him up. Roberto Luongo. There, you can kind of see the name a little bit better there. Cool. Anyway, I'm sure most of you, or maybe a lot of you already know what I'm talking about. But Chris Gratton, it wasn't too bad. It was his OA or CHL card there. Or sorry, here's his OHL, Ontario Hockey League, not the CHL. It is the CHL, OHL cards, 95 for sport. This was a big thing before. They had all 4 major sports in one package or one box. Cool. All right, let's open up. I said one more, but let's see. This one has Eichel. And we got Daniel Girardi. Not a fan of Girardi. Eichel's a mixed on Eichel. I think he's amazing, superstar, but just with everything that's going on with him, it's just kind of put a damper on all of his excitement of just getting his cards and stuff. But like, look at this one's got a giant ding on it. Like it's frustrating, right? When you're collecting cards. Again, right? Then you look at, hey, this is from a $1.25 pack, so what do you expect? But I still expect the card to be in mint, you know what I mean? Okay, so we got Eichel here. Dean Kennedy, that is a throwaway card. Freddie Olsen, awesome player. Loved him when I grew up. I love the Parkhurst logo. Parkhurst was huge in the early beginnings of hockey cards. And then they just kind of slowly died out. They got bought out right by Upper Deck. So sometimes you'll see the Upper Deck stuff with Parkhurst. And if you're ever wondering if you are starting to collect now and you go back, even some of my baseball cards, it says Tops on the front, but you look on the back, it's printed in Canada. That's O-Pee-Chee. So O-Pee-Chee and Tops aren't always separate. Top Stadium Club. Bob Probert, one of the toughest guys to ever play the game. This guy was awesome to watch. And look at the back. Look at the work that they used to put in. Like, you actually have a hockey rink back here. Like, it's, I don't know, very cool. Stadium Club, I think they did a great job on these cards. I still think that they're phenomenal. But again, last name should be big. What else we got here? We got Brian Leach again. Right, seeing a trend. They're putting a lot of Hall of Famers, the Bowman ones, in there, which is very cool. Cavallini throwaway card. Kovalchuk, one of my favorite players. Absolutely love it. Wicked. See? Look at that. Now that's how a card should be made, right? Kovalchuk. There it is. And then they also put his full name on. I love it. I love it. I actually didn't collect these ones too much, so very excited to still see them, even though they came out how long ago. And yeah, he was like, his cards were going to be worth so much, and they were actually at some point worth like 100 times more than any of the other ones in the sets, but now they're worth a little bit less. Troy Campbell, 0 throwaway card. Nolan Patrick, this guy was an absolute sniper in the minor leagues. We've got Chris Chelios, one of the best defensemen as well. We got last two. We got Daniel Girardi and Andre Nazaroth. Not a fan throwing away both of these, but I do keep my upper deck commons separate because I do think a lot of people do collect the sets, and especially if you're getting back into it now, kind of collecting the older sets. Love it. Love the card. Great.